Grandma's Farm by Michael Garland. Read to you today by Gammy. Grandma and Timmy were taking a trip to the old farm. Timmy had visited before with Grandpa Joe, but this time would be different. No one lived on the farm now, but Grandma Jenny had her own stories to tell about what life was like when she lived there and when Timmy's mother was a little girl. When Timmy saw the old house and barn again, he was happy because he knew that every board had a tale to tell. It was easy to imagine that there were no other houses around and the fields were filled with grazing cows. Grandma smiled as she got out of the car. She had an old book in her hand. Grandma held up the book. "This is my diary. When I had a few free moments, I like to write down my thoughts from the day. These pages hold special memories that I would like to share with you." "What did you do on the farm, Grandma?" Timmy asked. "When you live on a farm, everybody pitches in to help. When Grandpa was off plowing on the tractor, I would feed the animals or cook the meals. When the children were home from school, they had chores to do before they did their homework. We all worked together," Grandma Jenny said. "From the time your mother was a little girl, she worked alongside her brothers and sisters doing the planting and picking," Grandma told Timmy. He tried to imagine his mom as a little girl. "It doesn't look like much now, but this barn is where we would feed and milk the cows," Grandma said. "Your mother liked to give each calf a pretty name that would make her older brothers and sisters just laugh." "That's the chicken coop. It's where the chickens live and lay their eggs," Grandma explained. The children would gather the eggs and check them over a light to see if they were good enough to eat. That's called candling. Timmy thought that might be fun. "This pen is where we kept our pigs," Grandma said. "Sometimes they would break out and get into the garden, and we would have to round them up and herd them back." Timmy laughed just to think of those pigs running around loose. "What is this?" Timmy asked. "Oh, that's where we sheared the sheep. Once a year we would bring the sheep in there, one at a time, and clip their woolen fleece. We sold the fleece so it would be spun into wool. We planted all kinds of fruits and vegetables. We harvested them and sold them, also ate them for ourselves. I wrote down recipes in my diary for everything we grew. When I go home, I want to plant a garden in our backyard," Timmy said. Cooking 3 meals each day was a big job. Everybody played a part. Your mother might have set the table, and one of your aunts or uncle may have chopped the vegetables or helped me at the stove. When the meal was done, the kids each took turns clearing the table and washing the dishes. "Sometimes I do the dishes after dinner," Timmy said, "but sometimes I forget." Timmy asked Grandma, "What did you do for fun on the farm?" "We would take the children fishing, or we would have a family game of baseball. At night, after we cleaned up from dinner, we might play checkers or Candyland. We watched TV or read. We went to the library every week." When the walk around the old farm was almost over, Grandma opened her diary to show Timmy a label pasted to a page that read, "Wisteria." Timmy looked up. He could see that there were beautiful violet blossoms dangling all along the back porch of the old house. "Your mother helped me plant that wisteria when she was the same age as you are now. It still blooms every spring." "What was the best part about the farm?" Timmy asked Grandma. Grandma Jenny smiled, but Timmy saw a little tear in the corner of her eye. She looked down at her diary as she flipped through the pages. "The best part about the farm was that it was a beautiful place where you could be together with the ones you love." The end. Take a second and read about Grandma's farm. We have so much more to learn. Be blessed. The Cat on the Mat, his favorite by Body Work. Read to you today by Gammy. I'm the cat on the